All right, welcome you guys. This is office hours for October 12th, 2023. How are you guys doing? Let's see who's here. Good to see everybody. Doing good. Great. Hey, hey. How's it going? Who's got questions for today? What do you guys want to talk about? What do you need support with? Go ahead and why don't you either, let's see, if you've got a question, Lisa's got questions. Okay, go ahead and if you've got questions for today, if you would either put a hand up or pop them in the chat, we'll go ahead and start with, I'm going to check out Lisa's questions here. We'll start there. And then just put a hand up or pop it in the chat so I just have a sense of how much we have to cover. Oh, questions about the chat bot. Cool. Okay. I'll help as much as I can. It's pretty new, like a lot of things. So I will have as much info as I do. But great. Hey, hey. Seeing people jump on. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump in. Lisa, what's happening with the chat bot? How's it working for you?
I haven't actually tried it yet. I put it in my membership and then I took it out because I have some things that are available to some people, to other people, and I wasn't sure how, what the chatbot was trained on. But I definitely want to use it for a course that I'm about to put out. And that was sort of my question, like what does it pull from? I assume from lesson transcripts. Would it also pull from PDFs that we load up?
To my knowledge, yes. Keep in mind, and this is for everybody, because I know you know this, Lisa, this is a V1 rollout. We're checking out how it works. We're getting information from you guys and feedback about what works and what needs to be adjusted. But yeah, I believe it should pull from PDFs. It'll pull from your videos. The videos do need to be uploaded to XP as opposed to hosted and embedded. And what was the other thing you mentioned? Oh, controls over what it is trained on and what's not. As I think you know, Lisa, is coming in the future. We'll be putting in more fine-grained controls to be able to just work with certain parts. Right now, it's pretty broad, and it's going to be about just testing it out to get started and seeing how it works and giving us feedback, and we'll refine from there. So unfortunately, there's not a ton of more clear info that I had, but go ahead. A question?
Replays and bonuses too, or just?
I believe it should include replays and bonuses. I'll run that to double check with the team.
And then the other question is, like, is there a size limit on PDFs? Because I know if you give ChatGPT too big a PDF, it's like, I can't handle that.
I haven't heard of that happening.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of at this moment, but again, everything is very much in testing out the first version phase. So we'll know a whole lot.
I wonder how you would test that. I guess maybe ask a question that came from the end of the PDF or something to see if it got the whole thing. Or,
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm looking forward to playing with. And I think that's all I had on it. Yeah, so I'm going to try it out in my new class, and then I'll add it to the membership when we can more fine tune what we train it on. So cool.
Fantastic. Yeah, thanks, Lisa. And yeah, a good way to do this is to, if you don't want to turn it on into an active course right now, you can always duplicate the course and run the chatbot on the duplicated course, so it won't actually be live for your students. And yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, thanks for your questions, Lisa. And again, I wish I had a lot more clarity to offer at the moment, but we are learning this and upgrading it as we go. So we will keep you posted with all the updates and let us know how it goes for you. All right, cool. I see questions in the chat. I'm going to jump over to next from Cecilia and Lori. Let me see, are you guys here? Starting with, where do the quiz answers go? Yeah, I do see Gary's hand, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the questions in the chat, which were next. And if you guys could do me a favor, and there's a way to indicate on your Zoom screen. Do you guys know how to put a hand up there? I know you got questions, Gary, but if you guys can pop up, yeah, perfect. Just let me know either with a hand or in the chat, and that way I can keep track of how much we have to cover. All right, so where do the quiz answers go? Oh, right now, the quiz answers go into the student's activity log. So to see that, you would go to a student profile, and you would open up their profile, and you'll see courses, and then you'll see activity log. Click on that, and you'll be able to see every single action the students completed, and you'll see every quiz answer. Totally want to acknowledge that this is not an ideal solution for seeing quiz answers, because you got to open up every single profile. And this is something we're going to be upgrading. I don't have details on how or what it'll look like, but upgrading the analytics, reporting capacities, being able to see all the info for your students is very, very definitely on our list. And this will be a part of that. So just want to throw that in there, that there will be easier ways to see student info at a glance in the future. But for now, you need to open up each student's profile, go to their activity log. Are points awarded for correct quizzes? Yes, Lisa. If you have a multiple choice quiz question, you obviously tell the course which is the correct answer. And if the student chooses a wrong answer, it won't let them click done to check it off. It'll give them a wrong answer noise, which you can customize, but they won't get the points without selecting the right answer. Okay, so is it possible to collect student answers from the course into a final document that they have to keep? Yeah, all of this, when we do our upgrades on this, stuff like this will be much more doable. Right now. No, not a direct way to do that.
What's going to look like?
Oh, go ahead. Is that Cecilia and Laurie? Yeah, go and pop on. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that's going to look like? So our use case is, as people are taking the course, they're doing the little blurbs and information that they need to know, so that at the end their business plan is done. So
Cool.
the challenge that we're having without having this functionality is that people never finish their business plan because they don't put their little pieces into their final document. So it's, for us, it's a super important feature. Do you think it'll work like that?
Unfortunately, I don't have any insight into what this will look like. It's not even in development yet, so I can't say anything about what it's going to look like.
So you don't know when it's even coming?
I don't have a date on this, no.
Okay,
I can tell you it's definitely on our list. We schedule all of our features, like everything is determined by your guys' demand. You guys may have seen there's a poll in the Facebook group right now where Murray's asking exactly what. If you haven't seen that, hop over to our Facebook group and vote, because all of our decisions about what to schedule first and when comes 100% from what you guys are telling us is most important.
Do you have to be a member or a paid user to be on Facebook?
Nope.
Okay.
So hop in there, vote on that. And let's see, can the instructor see where and when students get stuck? Absolutely. Well, you can check their progress at any time. You can see how far they've gone. There's a few different ways to view student progress right now. And one of them is you've got an activity log that is like a rolling update of your most recent activity from every student. And then to get more specific, you would need to go into the student's individual profile at this time.
So there's a way to see all, so I have hundreds of students. So I just kind of want to see it, like, where is everybody without having to click into everybody.
Totally hear you. Totally hear you.
Okay, so does it exist?
No, that's not, there's no overall exactly where people are way to see at this time. You can see the total of points by going into your dashboard. And you can look at how many points everybody in the course has achieved, and that's going to give you a really good indication of where they're at.
Okay, so I can see a list of everybody's points,
Mhm.
which will give me a guess that someone might be stuck somewhere. Okay, that's.
Well, it'll tell you pretty clearly. I mean, either they've got 100 points or they've got 10. So it should be pretty obvious if they're stuck.
Yeah, the challenge with my course is the course keeps going, and so they have to keep doing the work, but they also might be stuck way back here on something that they will have to complete by the end.
Mhm. So we have one option that could be helpful, which is using binge mode, which means that the next training doesn't release until they've completed a particular training. So you may want to consider that.
For the people who are taking it just online, that works perfectly. But for the people that are taking it in class, they have to keep up in class, even if they're not able to do the work at the time that I'm teaching it in class.
Okay, yeah. So that sounds like a pretty specific use case. So yeah, the new reporting capacities that we have coming may be helpful for that, but unfortunately I don't have details about it at the moment. Okay. How can we fully test before purchase? We have an unlimited free trial. In most platforms, you get like 2 weeks. We give you as much time as you want to check out the platform. Now, in order to add students, you're going to need to have a paid account, but you can view it through your admin preview, build your entire course without being charged a dime.
Yeah, we were trying to do that, but it didn't seem like we could see what the students see. Yeah. I don't know. We were just in that. That's why we came to this event. Like we can't figure out how to view it from the student perspective and make sure that the way that we set it up works for students. But you're suggesting that it should. Yeah. Because there was a piece that we were missing. We couldn't hear the
ting or the chimes, or we couldn't hear the notifications.
The notifications will be a little bit different. I'll tell you the things that are going to be different when you're viewing an admin preview versus a student. Points are not going to accumulate, obviously, because you're not a student accumulating points. So that means that some things like checking things off, if you've already checked it off and you go back, it may be unchecked. It's not going to give you like a clear path through the entire course like it would for a student. But what you can do through your admin preview is view exactly what the course will look like, exactly what every page of your course will look like. You can test the celebrations. You should be able to see each piece of what it will look like. It's just not going to give the whole journey of a student going start to finish because there's no student to do that for. So when you're at the point that you're ready to do that, that's when you would switch into an active account and create a subscription.
So what would be some of the common surprises that when we are in the student mode? Are there any common things that sort of pop up that people are surprised because they couldn't see that in the admin mode?
Make sure your welcome email is turned on. That's the number one thing that happens is people don't turn on the welcome email, or they test the welcome email once they have a student, and forgetting that they've already tested it, they test it again. And if the experience is only set to be fired once, then it won't fire twice. Those are the two most common things that happen. That's the biggest question we get is, why didn't my welcome email go out? And 98% of the time it's one of those. Either it wasn't turned on or you already fired it once for that student. Cool. Can we schedule times and have live or in-sync workshops? No lives in the platform now, but that is another big feature request of ours. So this is what we're holding, is simply what do we do first? And that's why we keep polling you guys and asking what's the most important, because we would love to have it all today. That one is definitely on the radar. Does the app immediately sync with the course? Yep, the app is going to be the same as whatever they're seeing on the platform. And how does the forum community work? Do you have a more specific question about that?
Well, it didn't seem like we could test it because we don't have any students. So we couldn't see if there's a video or something we could watch of what it looks like or how it's set up because we couldn't tell what it does.
Okay, let me pop our help doc in the chat. And I'll describe it really briefly, and then let's see how much time the rest of questions take, and maybe we can circle back around to this. But basically, you will get back to the screen. All right, here's our help doc right here. So that'll take you through exactly what to do. But basically, you're going to, in the forum, you create groups, and within groups, you create spaces. So a group is oh, Lisa is offering to show us her forum. That's awesome. Lisa, let me, I'm gonna do just a quick description and then make sure, see how we are with questions overall. And then let's see if we could circle back to this. That would be super cool, Lisa. Thank you. Basically, you create groups of whoever you want. It can be everybody in a course. It could be everybody in your whole school. It could be students with tags. So certain people that you want in it for a certain reason. And then within the groups, you create what are called spaces. And within those spaces, people can post. So that's the overall structure. And yeah, let me, because I'm seeing a few more questions in the chat here too. I'm going to go on to and just go through, move through some questions. Cool. And let's circle back around to this. Okay. Gary, what do you got?
I had a question about the EMC,
Okay.
that the beta. What I'm doing right now is that I'm taking like a video out of my first module in my course, and I fed it into the EMC, and I got a very brilliant 3-lesson course based on that video, which I'm planning on putting back into the first module as part of the training. Actually, the AI picked up on a lot of information that I hadn't even thought about when I originally did that. So it's actually fills out that first module quite nicely.
Nice.
But I don't have any information exactly about how that works, about how I put that back into the first module when I'm done with the EMC. Now I have the video is loaded up nicely. I also did another lesson with a 5,000 word PDF, and it loaded that in fine too, and did a really nice lesson plan on that. However, the AI missed some of the nuances of my lesson, which I had to go back and try to correct, tell the AI, no, this is what I meant. That's what I'm talking about, not that. So, I kind of expect that with AIs, but this one for the video, like I say, was brilliant. Quite happy with it. Now, how do I get that back into the first module in the lesson? I'm still working on the free, set up the everything.
Yeah, so this is for the EMC generator tool that you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for questions about this, I'm going to have you go ahead and just email Murray. It's Murray@Xperiencify.com.
Okay, yeah,
And
I did.
yeah,
I did, but I haven't gotten an answer back from him. So I was hoping that maybe he'd do
usually
something.
really fast. So you should be hearing.
No, he's answered a lot of questions really fast, but he's only answered part of the questions that I've sent him, and that was not one of them. That he's answered. So maybe he's just kind of holding off on that because he doesn't know himself. So anyway, I'll just
shoot
wait
him an
for
email.
Murray.
Yeah, this is new, and this is Murray's baby. So some of these are over my head. I'm just not gonna be able to help, unfortunately.
Okay, great.
Email
Thanks.
him. Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's Cecilia and Lori. Yes, that's what Murray's EMC thing magically does, is turns like a simple lead magnet into a course. It's pretty amazing. Kim, chemistry. Hey,
good morning, Rachel.
how are you?
Good, or good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. So I'm a little overwhelmed, but this is a lot of fun. And I actually had a chance to take Marissa's course. She did a so that I did it so that I could learn more about Xperiencify as a student, and she did a great job. But what I was looking for, and I'm still having a hard time finding, is the mini course. I want to launch a mini course.
Yeah.
I just can't find the information.
Tell me a little more, like what do you need? I mean, launching a mini course can be super simple, and it's best usually to start it super simple.
Yes.
What do you need to know?
So well, how to do it? I'm laughing because it's like, it's more to that, but how to do it. And then I couldn't find instructions specifically around launching a mini course itself. So I was wondering if did I overlook it, or is it somewhere else? So that's kind of what I was trying to narrow down. But I love the idea that Cecilia and Lori had about doing a live instruction. I'm like, oh yeah, my hand is up for that. I want to make sure that my vote gets counted. For that one, because that's huge.
Yeah, totally. And by the way, right now it's pretty simple to just do lives on Zoom, and then you just upload the MP4 into your course as soon as you're done. So, and it's super seamless for your students. So I get the extra convenience of having it right in the platform, but as far as your students' experience, it's not. You can basically do that now. Just talk to them on Zoom, upload the recording, and they're good.
Okay.
But to go back, yeah. But as far as your question, so you want to create a mini course. Is the question like technically how? Like what do I actually do?
Yeah, like is it, so would I just create like one module and then release that module? And is that considered the mini course?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of ways you could do a mini course. There's certainly, of course, no no way that it has to be, but we're basically just thinking about taking a bite-sized version, meaning not the entire everything you teach, but maybe something people could do in a couple of days or a week. So you're thinking about creating, I don't know, anywhere from 2 to 5 lessons.
Okay, so instead of okay, I see what you're saying. So, because what I was doing, I'm creating the course in its entirety, and then I'm thinking I was going to take a portion of that and take it out. But should I just create a mini course in itself, like just a small? Gotcha. And can I name it the same thing? Can I give it the same name or similar, or should I give it a maybe an off?
Yeah, just a slightly different name to differentiate, and it'll just need to have a unique name in the platform, but you can do that with a simple mini or whatever. But what I would do is, if you were to think about your big course, and if you were to think about like what's the first like bite size bit that they get, or thing that they achieve, or mini experience that they have. If you could pull from that, like what's the first nugget that they ideally achieve? That's the best. Like if you can give them a success in like 3 days, and depending what you do, they do this first step, and then the obvious next step is your course. But that's the idea, is like just give them that taste of the platform, of you, your energy, the experience of what they get from you, and one success. And then they're going to be wanting more, and they're already on their way. Maybe even if there's a cost, you can apply the cost they paid to the big course, and then that makes it an easy yes. Is that helpful?
That's very, very, I'm all excited and ready to jump back over here and get going. But I think maybe I was making it too complicated, perhaps, because I do that. And I was like, wait, is there more, or am I missing something? Is kind of where I was like, I was stuck in like, I think I'm missing something, and I just need to jump on here and find out. But actually you did answer my question, and thank you so much. And thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Thanks, Chemistry. And about that, there's all kinds of ways you can get fancy with it. You can make it automatically expiring if you want to remove them if they don't participate. There's tons of things you can do, but it sounds like the most important thing right now, and this is generally the first step, is just get something up and get bodies going through it and feedback and see what you got and go from there. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, chemistry. All right. And let's go to Jacob. And then after that, I'm going to hop over and check the comments again. Hey, Jacob.
Hey there, everyone. Thanks for doing this. This is great. So currently, I'm running a 30-day challenge on another platform, and I want to bring it over here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in that 30-day platform, there are 4 tasks that everyone needs to complete each week. Okay. And what I would like to do is, depending on the number of tasks that you complete each week, I would like to assign points. So, for example, if you complete all 4 tasks, then you get 4 points, hypothetically. 3, you get 3, 2, get 2. All right. How would I set that up theoretically? I mean, so that I could assign the task. Would I use tags? I mean, because essentially what they're doing is they're coming in and they're telling me, how many tasks did you complete this week? And then it's going to be a form, and they say 4, 3, 2, or 1. And then I'd like to assign their points and then have a leaderboard, week to week.
So it sounds like, if I'm hearing you right, it sounds like you could just do these as training actions really simply, and they check off whatever they've done. If they've done this one, they check it off. If they've done the second training action, they check it off. If they've done the third, they check it off. No,
because they're different, right? They're not the same 4 tasks for everyone, right?
Every single person has their own unique 4 tasks.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm thinking you're going to want to bring in custom fields for this, and maybe do this through a Google Doc or Google form, and assigning, I don't know how you track it now, but let me tell you.
It's real simple. I just asked them, how many of the tasks did you complete? Because that's all I'm asking.
Just ask them here, but they would need to check off. Let me give you a couple options. You could just ask them in the platform, like, you might need to label them 1 through 4, even if that's a little bit, that
won't work because they're all 4 different tasks. So
I understand, but you could still say, did you do your first task? Great, check here. Did you also do your second one? Great, check here. Cool. Did you also do your third one? Check here. And that way,
I see what you're saying. So they're individually
1 or 4 points.
Got it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That could work. But the problem is, I just use the 4 tasks as an example because they're chapters, right? And each person may be at a different chapter. So there are 5 chapters. It's a dissertation, right? Okay. So in chapter 1, in the first week, chapter 1 people only have 4 tasks, but chapter 2 people, they have 5 tasks. Chapter 3 people only have 3 tasks, right? So so in other words,
each chapter is like a training then. Like if you have everybody going through chapter 1.
It's an accountability. That's what it is. It's not even a training. Okay. The training is secondary.
Right. No, I'm saying as far as what we call it on our platform, like,
okay.
If it's, I don't know if I caught this right, but if it's the same number of tasks per chapter,
it's not.
Okay, then this is like a really, really specific use case. So this may not fit exactly what you're looking to do.
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a form,
mm-hmm.
and the form has a flag connected to each response. Okay. So for example, if they say I completed 1 of the tasks, I could flag that, right? Call it flag 1. And anyone who has flag 1 gets 1 point. And if they say I completed 2 tasks, and I can assign a flag 2. Anyone who has flag 2 gets 2 points, right? And someone says, okay, I did 3 tasks, instead of, whatever. And then they get a flag that says 3. Can I do it that way? Can I assign points based on the flags?
You may want to check out tagging. This is
Oh,
getting
tags. I'm sorry.
complex, but
Tags.
yeah, that
Okay.
may work. And let me offer this to you, Jacob, and also answer Cecilia and Lori's question. If you guys have very, very specific use cases and you want one-to-one support, we do offer one-on-one tutoring over Zoom and coaching. So if you guys want to do that, you can email Marina. It's done for you. Let me put it in the chat. Go ahead and email Marina at doneforyou@xperiencify.com. And we do have individualized coaching available if you have more specific cases, then we're able to really.
DONFORYOU.
I'm sorry?
Done for you. Done
yeah,
for
just,
you is DONFORYOU.
no, I just put it in the chat. Can you see in the chat?
Oh, I see. Okay. Yep. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Jacob, you may also want to just check out custom fields, and Cecilia and Lori, this may be a possibility for you guys to look at too. You can basically give everybody like their own Google Doc and have basically you'll assign a Google Doc to each person, and then you can have a link on their course page that will take them specifically to their Google Doc. And then from there, of course, you can synthesize information in whatever, all the ways that Google can do. So that could be an option to check out when you're talking about tracking tons of information in ways that are individual to each student, and you need to collate it all somehow. So
Thank you.
both you guys, yeah. All right, does that help, Jacob? Anything else at the moment that we can hash out on that? Okay.
Oh, leaderboard. Is there any updates on the leaderboards?
No updates, but that was like at the top of our poll, so that means it will be coming soon. For right now, you can always grab the data out of the back end and just make it public any way you want. Post it in a Facebook group. So you can do your own leaderboards pretty easily, but that's definitely top of the list.
Rachel, could I just jump in and share something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at the poll, and it looks like the leaderboard's at 8%. So the top winner
on the top?
The top winner seems to be the automation for the community, so that it goes right into Facebook and different points like that, different places. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, chemistry. The poll is in the Facebook group. If you go to the Facebook group, somebody want to pop in the Facebook group into the chat for me? That would be awesome. And let's see what else we got. Lisa, they can correct themselves. Can we look to see what ones they got wrong the first time? Lisa, no, not at the moment. All right, cool. I think we're doing pretty good. Lisa, do you still want to go ahead and demo your forum for Cecilia and Lori? That would be awesome. And you're muted, by the way, Lisa, so whenever you're ready to share, go for it.
One of those situations where I have 80,000 things open.
Yeah.
So find it. There we go. Okay, so this is the forum for my membership, and I can't remember what these are called, but I have put it into various sections. So just general, like there's a whole section here for introductions where they can put their in progress logs, which is accountability thing, share your wins, biz lab experiments with something else. But then for discussion, I just have a general chat where they can pop anything in. If they need help with cases, I have a special one for that. And so you can see here, you know, this one had 4 comments from people that can go down at least 2 levels, right? And they can upload pictures. So I have all these, and then I used to, back in the day, if you wanted a discussion based on a training, you had to add it in. So that's what some of these are, but now there's a thing where all of my lessons will have a dedicated post in here so that when they comment on those, they show up here, which I think is pretty cool. And then we have a housekeeping section where we just have news and announcements and feedback.
Do all
on
of them have a go to training session or just in these lessons discussion sessions?
What was the question again?
It seems here there's some go to training buttons. So that's because it's connected to something specific in the course.
This Google business profile, you mean?
No, so where it says Lisa Shadows lesson 3, there's a button that says go to training.
Oh, go to training. Yeah, so
Yes.
these are, yes, because that's in, let's see what happens. Sorry, I have very bad internet in my office right now. But yeah.
Yeah, if it works, that's super handy.
It's taking us to the appropriate training.
Right, cool, awesome.
Yeah, so it's like really powerful. You can add in all, I just love that there are all these different levels that I can have with it. And yeah, and so I get an email when somebody posts and I can reply directly from that email, brings me into the appropriate spot to answer. So I have no complaints about this. And then all the new posts, I've seen it all, but like, because I already did this, but all my new posts will be there as well.
That's super helpful. Thanks for sharing. I don't think we could visualize what it could look like. So that's very helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions while I have it up? All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. That is awesome. So cool to hear how it's working for you. Cool. All right. How are we doing? Yeah, Cecilia.
So we had one question in the chat was about free and paid courses. We couldn't tell that if we ran a course that was paid, if we could offer a free version of it, or if we had to have 2 separate courses, or if we could provide discounts or coupon codes to certain people. Is that possible?
Absolutely. Yeah, lots of options. You could do separate courses. You could definitely put a price on a course and then create a 100% coupon code and give it to whoever you wanted to.
Okay, thanks. You can find that. And our other question was moving between accounts. So our developer started demoing Xperiencify. Will he be able to move that to our account, or do we have to then recreate everything in our account?
No, you need to upload it, create it directly in the account you want it in.
Okay. And is Xperiencify SCORM related? Can we import things or export our content after we're done?
No.
Locked in. Okay, awesome, thanks.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, guys. What else? Just gonna
Well,
scan comments
I
again.
think it was I think maybe he's not here anymore. Was talking about turning his video into a course. How do we do that?
Murray's got a really cool thing called the EMC generator. Email Murray if you want. Thanks so much, Lisa. Really appreciate your help. You can email Murray, murray@xperiencify.com, and let him know you're interested in that. This is his own tool that he's created. So it's not actually, well, it's not an Xperiencify thing per se. Obviously, it syncs pretty well, but that's actually a separate thing. But basically, he's created a tool that takes a lead magnet and turns it into a course.
Okay, awesome. Is there an extra fee for that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. What else? All right, we got through all the questions. That's amazing. Anything we need to circle back to that I rushed through to make sure we could get to everything? Jacob, did we, is there anything further we want to try to hash out in what you're working with? Or Cecilia? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, one of the other things that we do is through the course, people can get one-on-one time. And so for some courses, it's free because it's part of the instruction that we do. But for some people, it would be separate because I might not be totally working with them. Is there a way to build that in where they could buy that piece of consulting one-on-one time from the course?
So a couple of things. You can set up an order form that has different options for payment, and you can create a tag for students based on which option they select. So tag them VIP, tag them one-on-one coaching. You can also, if you're talking about directly integrating it with another tool so that something is automatically set up, you'll want to look at Zapier. Zapier is how we integrate with other tools and platforms.
Yeah, it would have to sync somehow, or API or Zapier into my booking system that I already use.
So check out Zapier for that.
Yeah. Awesome, thanks.
Yeah. Not a question on this specifically, but Zoom. What's that mean? Do you want to say more, Diana?
I was playing around with, I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I was playing around with buttons so that I could hide my face. So if I had to get up for something, you didn't see all that. But now I don't know how to get back in, and it doesn't look like I'm on at all.
Oh, you're asking about showing your face on Zoom?
Yeah.
Well, you're showing, I can see your face right now. The way you show and hide is in the bottom left corner. There should be a.
Okay, I'm not seeing a thing on my side.
Okay. Yeah, we can see your face. Yeah, you're here.
Okay.
In the bottom left of your screen, do you see?
How do I get back to it?
Are you saying that you don't see your actual Zoom screen right now at all?
I don't. Well,
Okay.
I see all of you, and I see the one that says Araceli Rivaz, the little black square there, but I don't see me up there.
Okay, so go up into your upper right-hand corner where it says view, and you should have different options.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not the most computer literate person in the room, I'm sure.
All good, all good. We are all here to learn all the things.
Okay, and now one last question is, again, with the same thing. How would I get it to look like what Araceli has?
I have no idea what Araceli has, but
it's just a black square.
Just turn off your camera.
In the bottom lower left, you should see an option to stop video, and you can turn that off.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, what else? Got a few more minutes. Anything that we want to circle back to? Any other questions?
Rachel?
Yeah.
I just want to thank you so much. I am loving Xperiencify. I was looking, like, I was on Podia. I'm not going to mention all of them, but I was really looking for something that's a little bit more interactive for some of the, because I have more of a younger crowd, but I have found it to be like, it keeps me interested, and I really like that. So I just wanted to send a shout out to you. That's all.
Thank you so much, Chemistry. Yeah, really appreciate it. Yeah, it's funny how much these things work, right? Even when we think they wouldn't work on us, it's kind of amazing. And yeah, I agree. It's a pretty cool platform in that way. And yeah, there's definitely loads and loads of more things we'd love to have and integrate, and we'll keep building all the features as fast as we can. But I agree. It's pretty cool. Thanks for that. Really cool to hear. Can students set their own reward? No, you would create the celebrations. You can upload your own customized, well, you can do a customized sound effect, and you can upload animations to our database. So you can give us your own stuff and incorporate it into celebrations. Is buy now, pay later available as a payment option? You could, Jacob, what you could do is create a coupon code for the first month. There is that option, like 100% coupon code for 1 month. And then it would automatically start charging them. Beyond that, there isn't all kinds of options. You'd need to use an outside shopping cart and just integrate it if you wanted to do more beyond that. Cool. Anything else? Did we get everything answered? That is not usual. Awesome. Anything else I can support you guys with in the last few minutes? And we'll wrap up. Any celebrations? Who's got a course who's got something to share? Who's launched a course? Who has courses running? No, not yet. We're all in the building stage. Awesome. Let me see.
Can I ask,
Yeah.
I'm curious about what courses specifically Cecilia and Lori are offering, but actually everyone. Because it's so new, I'm just falling in love with it. I do try to stay up with Marissa. So because she's phenomenal, but I was just curious of what other courses everyone was launching.
Anybody want to share? Yeah, go and pop off.
Yeah. We offer a 10-week entrepreneurship course from no idea to launch.
Nice.
And so we mostly for newcomers, and we're doing that, as a government funded project, but we're trying to move some of it online so that the people that can't attend this very specific course can also participate.
Well, how do we get a link?
If
I should have shared and told you I'm doing a course for women. It's called Your Auntie, and it's women helping younger women in suicide prevention.
Wow. Amazing. We have Kim and everybody, we have a link going in the Facebook group, or a thread rather, in the Facebook group. If you guys want to share, you're also welcome to share it in the chat here. But we have a specific thread in the Facebook group for everybody to share their courses. So if you want to hop in there and share it. And Araceli has either a share or a question. Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. More of a question, since nobody had some. So I finally did my first webinar, and I offered a program in Xperiencify. However, the time to buy has passed, and I didn't know how to redirect them to a page letting them know that they can get on the waiting list. Because I couldn't figure that out. I just had to turn off the course. But I'm pretty sure there is a way to redirect them to, get on the waiting list, or stay posted for new offerings.
Absolutely, yeah. What you can do is, on your order form, there's a block that, and since it looks like we've gotten through all the questions, Jacob has a question. On your order form, when you edit the order form, there is a block that holds like the actual order form, right? The information.
Right.
What you're going to want to do is delete that block from the order form page, and you can just replace it with a block that says this, this course is currently on a wait list. Give them, have them email you, whatever you want to do. But basically, you're just going to change your order form page to take away the actual block that lets them sign up and just replace it with a block, a text
Alright.
block that lets them know that there's a wait list. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Cool. Awesome. And Jacob, yeah.
Question, quiz functionality. Are the scores assigned by pass fail, or are they assigned by the particular score that you receive on the quote unquote quiz?
So
Points, I'm saying.
yeah, points are based on whether they get the question. Basically, they have to answer the question right to get the point. So
Got it.
they answer the question right and get the point, or they don't. If it's an essay thing, all points are given by checking it off. So the points are, keep in mind, the points are really meant as a motivational tool more than like a tracking tool. So if you have an essay question, it's going to be, they're going to write the essay answer and then they're going to check done. And the done is what gives them the points.
Okay. But if you have a quiz question where you have like 4 options, they have to check the right one in order to get the option. Is there a multiple select? So in other words, multiple options. So for example, let's say there's 6 choices, but 2 of them are right, and you select the 2 that are correct. Do they get points that way as well, or does it have to be single option?
Good question. I think you can do that now because we made it so that you don't have to have any right answer. So I believe you should be able to just select 2 right answers. I'm not 100%, but just go in and try selecting 2 right answers, and either it'll let you or it won't.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else? Last questions, thoughts? Cecilia, oh, that's just your mute, your mics.
Sorry, we're
on.
chattering, sorry.
No worries at all. Just not sure. Any last questions? Did we get all of your stuff answered for the moment? All right, stuff, you guys. Did somebody pop the Facebook poll link in for me? I think someone popped the link to the group in. So everybody make sure you go in and vote if you haven't. I'll go ahead and grab you the specific link. And I'll also see if I can grab you the link to share your course.
This is a great tool. I mean, I haven't begun to migrate my things over, but once I do, I mean, the gamification, this is the best gamification platform that I've seen thus far.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Cecilia and Lori, here's a link to check out Murray talking about his EMC magic, just in case you want to look at that. And you can email him for more info. I'm not finding the specific link to the poll for a moment. Oh, here it is. Okay, here is the poll link. So grab this if you haven't already and pop in your thoughts so we can keep building stuff as fast as possible and get us all the things. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. think we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all of your input and shares and questions. And I will see you guys next time. Have fun building. Talk soon.